You jinxed it, you fool. Indeed I did. Indeed I did. Okay, I just woke up, and I did not have that well of a sleep last night. But patch notes are here, and they are, well, I guess the main hook of this update is the new genetic enhancement, which is probably why there's not that much new in terms of creatures. So again, I'm always trying to find the positive side, which is hella ironic, considering how I'm usually the guy who's complaining about this game a lot, just as much as anyone else. But anyway, this is the main hook of the... I've already read all this. It's basically everything I read in the data mine yesterday is right here in this update. So there's really no point in me reading anything. We do get some new icons of what it's gonna look like. So this looks like a common catalyst, because it's like, oh, you unlock this catalyst and you'll just get a 10% HP buff. But it looks like, well, I'm not exactly sure how it works, but let's just take a look. Here we have some sort of reactive ability with user genetic stat increase, reactive, well, that one's some sort of bleed. Now, it looks, from the looks of it, the recombination menu, okay, so, well, it says right there, recombination is right between, that's where your creatures go, that's where your costumes go, and then you can recombine useless DNA. Unfortunately, your dinosaur does have to be level 25. Now, for me, 2 dinosaurs come to mind that I can actually use. Procerathomimus, which hasn't been getting any attention for years now, is already level 25 and has plenty of DNA ready for recombination. I also have Sinocoderaptor, which is so that's an epic and a legendary, so that's already got me some good options. So I'm ready for the recombination stuff, as long as I can just use those too. I just gotta grind some Dakotaraptor DNA. Now, I cut this out of my last video where I went on a bit of a rant about event exclusives again, because we're all sick of event exclusives at this point. And we're sick of people talking about, complaining about event exclusives. But unfortunately, it looks like the only new creature they've added this update is, again, an event exclusive, and they have not added anything to the wild. So that's bad performance, rotten performance right there. Speaking of, here's a look at the Beelzebuffo. We have, this is basically, now you would think I'd be more excited about frogs considering Amphibia. But unfortunately, the frogs here, they don't seem that good. They got Cunning Strike, they got Feast, which is like an impact ability. They have Afflicting Strike. It seems like a very lackluster in terms of like, so here it is. Here's its new mechanic. Both of its new abilities are listed right here. Afflicting Strike, which reduces resistances, but only by like 15%. So not exactly that great. And then we have like Battle Behavior. So this one's Feast, where it's a rally heal, and then it does 1.75 damage, which is like sort of an impacting ability, but it's still like a very weak and basic attack that really doesn't need a delay. So, I mean, I guess it's good. It's like, it's an okay creature so far. Oh, okay, I see. So it doesn't let you open 2 things at once. It's okay, it's just because it's a flock, but I really can't see myself using it as much as I'd use a Scorpion or Diplodocus, etc. And here's the main change to Oviraptor. It's now replacing Sidestep with Dual Claw. 50% chance to dodge for 4 attacks 2 turns, target opponent with most positive effects, remove dodge, and then attack 0.75 twice. So, if I'm doing my math correctly, well, let's see then. Okay, I'm not really good at it. Hold on. I think that's basically an impact. Oh, and it looks like you can just... Unless there's like... Okay, so no. These ones have cooldowns and delays. This one doesn't. So, well then again, that depends if the abilities actually work or not. Because, okay, here's the thing, Ludia. 3. There's only 3 new abilities. If these abilities come out, and they still come out broken, then yeah, something is horribly wrong. If you're doing something horribly wrong there, because how could you have such an update? I mean, it's a big update with the catalyst and all, but only 3 new abilities and you still couldn't get them right? Then that's just a horrible performance. Wow, they don't even list they listed a whole bunch of bugs that they had to fix from their last update, and they haven't fixed them. And then in this update, they're like, oh, coming soon. We might have fixed them, but maybe not. So yeah, oh my gosh, Ludia, you're really selling me on how good your game is right now. Creature updates is also not that great. Like, I got excited for old Archetypes getting buffed, and then it turns out, oh, no, it's just Distraction becoming Cunning Strike. So, whoa, that's so good now. Servalsis got like an extra 150 HP. Whoa, that's gonna make it so usable now. Overraptor might be okay now, because Overraptor was already a pretty okay-ish. Actually, no, it wasn't. I never liked using Overraptor. It was Rinchania that I liked. But this Dual Claw is semi-useful. I still think it's way too frail to be of any use in battle. Quetzalcoatlus got a bit of a change. 100% damage resistance, so it's immune to distractions. And it can be... does it have a deceleration ability? Let me check. Honestly, it's been ages since I've looked at Quetzalcoatlus because it's been so bad for such a long time. It was bad since it entered the game, actually. A lot of people didn't like using it because its swap-in ability was pretty useless compared to Arambergania. Looking at it, it's... yeah, those resistances... Okay, so after looking at Quetzalcoatlus's really bad ability spread... Whoa, those resistances make it so amazing! Oh my goodness! Sonar Source, no need to be sarcastic here because these actually make it pretty usable. Brace is a good ability, Group Resilient Strike makes it good for Flock, so yeah, I can see Sonar Source being useful. Okay, Morris Intrepidus, this guy came in and he was really not that great. So what did they do to make this newer creature a lot better? Whoa, they gave it an extra 100 damage! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to use Moros Intrepidus now! And again, no irony here. Allosaurus Gen 2 getting an instant rend? Very useful. That's gonna make this thing... That's actually that's an example of a small change having a big impact. Because, well, no need to explain. Alloraptor, on the other hand, this one's a bit of a toss-up for me. So, Rending Takedown... So, they swapped around its Rending Takedown with Cunning Ferocious Strike. I guess that does give you a little bit more option. Actually, considering how much damage it's going to be doing with its regular... I think it's okay to not have the Rend. So, to swap around the Rend to a much weaker Rend. So, you know what? Yeah, Alloraptor, you got good. Got even better now. So, I guess I'm okay. I'm okay with this. But then, Spino Constrictor. This guy, I talked about how I really wanted to get buffed. Whoa! They replaced Cunning Strike with Distraction with the... they replaced Distraction with Cunning Strike. I so want to use... so you see the problem here. This and the last update's buffs were so bad, and these ones are also really bad. You got like 1, 2, 3 good buffs, and everyone else just got like nothing good. So it's like, Ludia, what the hell? I guess it is a way, because last year we got Dilarancheris, and we got Testacornibus, where they got so reworked that they became incredibly annoying meta-dominant creatures. But then with these new creatures as well, it's like, ooh, man. When it comes to uniques, they'll go out of their way to make them the greatest dinosaurs ever. And then when it comes to, like, epics, especially the older epics, it's like, oh, give it, like, 25% chance to avoid stun. And then there we go. That's a buff. That'll definitely make people want to use it. Like, oh my goodness, this update. In terms of creatures, excited for frogs, but even then, it's not that great. Also, being an event exclusive doesn't help either. Really, I guess the buffs are just so lackluster because, again, this is their main hook for this update. The recombination. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Hold the phone. How expensive? How expensive? Taking a closer look now, it looks like there are limitations. For starters, it costs a ridiculous amount of coin just to unlock a specific reactive ability. So make sure. Also, it also takes, you can only do 3 recombinations a day. So make sure you're working towards the right reactive combination ability for, and again, I don't even know if it's like you can mix and match which one. Actually, you know what? We have time. Let me read this. Take your creatures to the next level with enhancements. Genetic enhancements are stat and ability upgrades, accessible via the enhancements track on any unique creature at level 30. Access the genetic enhancements track for applicable creatures by entering that creature's menu in the lab. Also, this looks like Tyrannometrodon, and I'm not sure if this is like its only catalyst. Like, that's the only catalyst it's allowed to have, or again, if you're allowed to mix and match. Because if Tyrannometrodon's only catalyst is just to, like, get a 10% health increase, that's kind of pathetic. Use your genetic enhancements track to gain upgrades for your creature, including stat increases and reactive abilities. Reactive abilities are a new type of passive that trigger automatic effects when specific conditions are met. Unlock these abilities in the enhancement track to discover them for an incredibly expensive amount. That one looks like a reactive where it's like once it reaches a certain amount, it'll bleed the enemy. So I'm still not 100% sure how this is going to work. Let me just keep reading this part, but I think I understand this part. Catalysts are the genetic agents needed to produce enhancements. Earn catalysts in the recombination menu and use them to progress through your enhancements track. The recombination menu can be accessed in the lab. Recombine existing creature DNA in your recombination tank to earn bronze, silver, or gold catalysts. Reach level 25 with any creature, common to legendary, to start fusing its DNA into catalysts. Which again, I already have 2 creatures in mind for that. Also, I'm gonna have to save so much gold if these costs are true, which I really hope, but it looks like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive! That is so expensive! I'm not like the Gaming Beaver where I just have all this coin, I can just spend it willy-nilly. Every coin is precious to me. I work so hard to gain enough coin, and then I lose it all by spending it on a creature to max it out. And the creature itself isn't even that good. I just wanted to max it out. Ugh. So yeah, this update is looking like, I guess in terms of just one core feature, is looking exciting to look forward to. And then in terms of creatures, not that much. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was informative, which really wasn't. Again, the data mine pretty much revealed everything. This one just told us just how bad their buffs are nowadays. Thanks for watching. I'll see you Tuesday when the update is out. Bye.